Let's bring in Ambassador William Courtney. He's an adjunct senior fellow at the RAND Corporation, as well as a former U.S. ambassador to Kazakhstan and Georgia, and the former senior director for Russia, Ukraine, and Eurasian affairs. Ambassador, welcome to our program. Let me begin with NATO's latest move, certainly announcing its own expulsions. Russia has threatened to issue a response as well. Where is this headed? Are we entering, in fact, a new Cold War?
A Cold War is a bit strong, but clearly relations have worsened in the last couple of years. The pivotal event was Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2014. That caused European countries and America to impose sanctions on significant economic sectors in Russia, particularly finance and energy sectors. Then follow-on events have included the Skripal poisoning and several other issues. Olympic doping has also had an impact on Western perceptions of Russian policy.
And how much of a blow are these expulsions for Moscow?
The expulsions are pretty significant. So we really should look at all of them, since President Obama initiated expulsions in December 2016, right after Russian interference in U.S. elections. So from the U.S. standpoint, the United States has now prevented Russia from being able to use 4 major facilities in the United States. There are consulate general in San Francisco and Seattle now, the most recent, as well as 2 vacation estates on the East Coast. The United States has said that all 4 of those are being used for intelligence purposes. So this is really a body blow to Russian intelligence collection in the United States.
You're a career diplomat. You've seen a lot of things in your lifetime. How unprecedented is this show of solidarity? The largest expulsion of Russians, the United States, Europe, Canada, 23 nations, more than 130 Russians.
Well, the unity is quite significant, but again, it's important to look at what happened after the Ukraine invasion in 2014. Europeans
Did we see this kind of solidarity, Ambassador?
Independently. Yes, a very similar solidarity, and now we're seeing it again. I think what this suggests is Russia's been overreaching in dealing with the West, putting too much pressure on the West, and behaving in ways that the West finds to be quite troublesome. And so the accumulated concern about all these issues is what's led to the situation today.
What do you make of the fact Turkey says, listen, we're not getting involved?
Turkey has been less involved in some of the major diplomatic issues with Russia and the West. So that's not really surprising.
And what about the diplomatic damage here? Can it be repaired? And how do you have negotiations when all these diplomats have been kicked out of all these countries? Where do you begin to heal this major rift?
Well, there are a couple of ways. One is it's important to continue people-to-people diplomacy. That builds trust on both sides. It's important for business relations to continue. There are still quite a few U.S. companies that work in Russia and Russian companies that work in the United States despite sanctions. So those provide an important stabilizing factor for relations. Then the extension of the Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty called New START, it's important for both sides to extend that treaty for another 5 years. That could provide the basis for a summit meeting between Presidents Trump and Putin. So there are ways to move forward, but the fundamental issue that's sharpened relations is Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Until it pulls out of eastern Ukraine and stops the war going on there, which has killed over 10,000 people, it's going to be difficult for relations between Russia and the West to improve sharply.
All right, Ambassador William Courtney, thank you.